BRRRR! Beyond the 401k for the Healthcare Hero, podcast episode number 7. Welcome back to Retirement Solutions for All Ages. I'm your host, Ruth, the retirement mortgage expert at Nexa Mortgage. In our episode about buying your first home as a retirement asset, we talked about the power of using other people's money, the bank's money, to build wealth. Today, I want to take that a step further and introduce you to a real estate investment strategy that has become a favorite for those who are resourceful and ready to hustle. The BRRRR method. BRRRR stands for buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. And it's a brilliant cyclical strategy for building a rental portfolio with minimal cash out of your own pocket. To illustrate this, I want to share a story of another one of my clients, a dedicated healthcare provider just outside Asheville, North Carolina. His story is a perfect example of how combining creative financing with a clear investment strategy can secure a retirement that a traditional job can't provide. The BRRRR strategy as a gap in the market. My client is a healthcare provider who is a true expert in his field. Through his work, he has a unique insight into a niche market. He knows that finding suitable short-term rentals for traveling nurses often exceeds their per diem. They need a comfortable, affordable place to stay for a few months, not a long-term lease. And he sees a clear gap in the market for these properties in rural areas around his community. He's looking at the little rural homes that are too small for a traditional family, the kind of houses that often linger on the market much longer than the standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. He sees them not as a liability, but as an opportunity. These are the perfect properties for a single traveling nurse. Now, here's his challenge. His job, despite its importance in the community, doesn't offer a 401k, a pension, or any other retirement benefits. All his net worth is tied up in the equity of his own home. And he knows from his daily experience with retired patients that their retirement expenses will likely include the need for additional in-home care, costs that his home equity alone won't be enough to cover. This is where the BRRRR strategy comes in. He's using his own home equity to get started. The buy, rehab, and rent phases. His plan starts with the first two, buy and rehab. He's starting by getting a HELOC, home equity line of credit, from his primary residence. This is a brilliant move. A HELOC is like a credit card for your home's equity, providing a flexible source of cash. He's going to use the funds from his HELOC to cover the down payment on the first investment property. And here's where we bring in the DSCR loan that we talked about in the last episode, debt service coverage ratio. He's not using his job income to qualify. We're using a DSCR loan so that the bank will approve the loan based on the expected rental income of the property. Once he closes on the property, the rehab phase begins. He'll use some of the HELOC funds to make the necessary repairs and updates to get it ready for a tenant. His goal is to make it a clean, comfortable, and appealing space for a traveling nurse. After the rehab is complete, he moves to the rent phase. He'll secure a lease with a traveling healthcare professional, creating that steady income stream. This rent will not only cover the mortgage and expenses, but also provide a small amount of cash flow. Refinance and repeat. This is where the magic of the BRRRR strategy happens. Once the property is stabilized and rented for a few months, he moves to the fourth R, refinance. The value of the property has gone up because of the improvements he made during the rehab phase. He will then refinance the property at its new, higher appraised value, and the new mortgage will be enough to pay off the initial DSCR loan and the HELOC he used for the down payment and repairs. Think about that for a moment. He will have a rental property that is generating cash flow, and his initial out-of-pocket cash from the HELOC is now paid back and available for him to use again. And that leads to the final R, repeat. He can now take the money pulled out of the property through the refinance and use it to put down another down payment on a different investment property. He can do it all over again: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. He can build a portfolio of rental properties, each one building equity and generating income. This is how he's taking control of his financial future. He's not waiting for a job to provide a retirement plan. He's building his own. This healthcare provider's story is a powerful testament to the fact that you don't need a traditional job or a company pension to build a secure retirement. You need a plan. You need to leverage the resources that you have. His professional experience gives him a market advantage. His home equity provides the seed money, and the BRRRR strategy, combined with creative financing like a HELOC and a DSCR loan, provides the blueprint. My expertise as a retirement mortgage expert is to help you connect the dots. Whether you're a healthcare provider, a small business owner, or someone whose job doesn't offer a retirement plan, we can build a strategy that works for you. Your home's equity is a powerful tool, and with the right approach, you can turn it into a retirement solution. Thank you for joining me on Retirement Solutions for All Ages. If this episode sparked new insight for you or made you think differently about your home's equity, please leave us a review, share it with a friend, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future insights. Until next time, I'm Ruth, the retirement mortgage expert, empowering you to shape your financial future on your own terms.